Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Durgesh Saxena here, and I would like to extend a warm welcome to all the joinees today for this webinar. So let us start right away. So organizations such as yours are the backbone of our economy. Your spirit, your enterprise is what moves the world. So when the pandemic actually hit the businesses across the world, the businesses were scrambling and trying to adapt to the new situation. So while pandemic itself was a disabler, there are organizations who actually took the route to enable the business in their own way. So while the pandemic was disruptive, the constructive forces were there in play so that the businesses can resume across the world. So it is the people who are the driving force behind the business, behind the progress. People are amazingly resilient. This is one of the learning that we had during the pandemic times. So this is the new we are faced with a new normal. The business needs to invest in developing capabilities in primarily in these three areas. The three areas are the real-time collaboration, security, and the cost. So once the business need to adapt to these three needs. So the new age, the new normal, as we call, we have to focus on the three strategies. The SMBs has to focus on the three strategies. These are the security is top on the mind, and there is a need to accelerate digital transformation and also enable the hybrid working in the new scenarios that have emerged starting from the pandemic. So we are talking about a solution here, which is Microsoft 365, and how it actually enables people-led transformation, how it helps safeguard your business while you are transacting, while you are conducting business, and at the same time, how the new platform can also help you achieve and reduce cost. So let's understand what Microsoft 365 actually is. It's a secure, cost-effective, and reliable cloud solution for real-time collaboration, for secure work, and you can connect, you can work virtually from anywhere. So it has a slew of ingredients. It has many ingredients in the solution mix. Let us explore them one by one. So we are talking about a solution category, which is Microsoft 365 Business. Microsoft 365 itself is available in different categories: business, enterprise, and enterprise solutions. Let us understand the business portfolio a little better. I'll just play a small video. I will recommend you to just hear intentively, and there will be a few new good things to know about in Microsoft 365. So this was just a 2-minute primer on what Microsoft 365 Business is. We will expand on this in the forthcoming slides. Let me expand the entire screen. So there are 4 pillars in a modern workplace solution. That is Microsoft 365. So here we are talking about the 4 primary pillars are the mailbox, your business email, the collaboration and communication that your team members have within themselves, as and also with the supplier chain and also to your customers. And then there is OneDrive for business, and also at the same time, while we are discussing all the solution ingredient, security plays a foremost role in the Microsoft 365 solution mix. So with respect to email, the engine behind the business email is Exchange, Microsoft Exchange. The very Microsoft Exchange that Fortune 500, the Fortune 200 companies use. The same thing, the same solution is also available to the small and medium businesses. So here we are talking about Exchange Online, which provides you a 50 GB mailbox per user. And all your mails, all your contacts and calendars are synchronized across all your devices and all the time. It has inbuilt protection against spam, against malware. It provides you 99.9% uptime guarantee, something which is really a difficult thing to meet when we talk about a conventional on-premise solution. And of course, the security solution. So one of the security solution is in case there is a stolen or a lost device, you can remotely wipe all the business data so that it doesn't fall in the wrong hands. And therefore, you are protected from any kind of abuse. The second pillar is Microsoft Teams. It is an enabler in the real term. It enables collaboration, communication in real time, virtually from anywhere for your teams. So that's Microsoft Teams, the essence of Microsoft Teams encapsulated in a brief 2-minute video. So Teams is this, all this that we just saw and much more. We will explore Microsoft Teams a little bit more. So Microsoft Teams, of course, most of us know Microsoft Teams as the meeting enabler, as a meeting solution. So you can have meeting with up to say 300 users within your own organization. And similar to you and me and many others who have been using Teams during last 2-3 years, prominently over the last 2-3 years. The number of subscribers has crossed 245 million on a monthly basis. So Microsoft Teams is surely the video and the voice and the text chat that we do. Teams also has another aspect to it. It also works like a file storage solution. Many customers where we have introduced Microsoft 365, including the Microsoft Teams, they have dismantled their file server, their server infrastructure on premise, and relocated all their file content that their staff, that their employees uses onto the cloud. So what are the benefits of doing this? It totally replaces your on-prem servers, storage boxes, and put it in the cloud. It enables access to your files and allows you to share your files 24/7 of the cloud. Your team can connect and work together on different projects in real time. Your team can also collaborate and co-author on the same file simultaneously in real time. For instance, if there is a legal document that your team is preparing and the team members are located across locations, they can still interact with each other. They can work on the different sections of the same document and produce the result and prepare the document. One more thing that I missed sharing with you, the storage space that is available to an organization will start actually from 1 TB and can scale up to 25 terabyte. So 1 terabyte is available to you, to the team, to the organization by default. Plus there is additional storage space allocated assigned for every user. So cumulatively, it can scale up to 25 terabyte. So Microsoft Teams files helps you also secure your data storage. There are ways to protect data leakage out of the box. There are ways to control the access to the data, who is the users who are allowed to access depending on their roles in the organization. So that is very much possible. And this is something which is again accessible from any device, be it your Windows endpoint or your iOS based endpoint or the Android mobile devices. And at the same time, you can also enable the multi-factor authentication so then there is additional layer of security on how you gain access to your files. So this slide actually emphasizes on the any device feature of Microsoft Teams, of the entire Microsoft 365 solution in particular. So here the files are accessible not only from your work desk, not only from your work device, but also from any other handheld or any other device that you have and which is configured with your user credential. You can gain access to the files on the move, on the go. So this is something which is already known to most of us. We can have an interactive online meeting with our teams, with our supplier on one side and also with our customers. We can hold meetings with them for a brainstorming session, conversation, and also at times to deliver a training workshop to your teams, and also maybe your product discussion and product portfolio sharing with your customers. So up to 300 users can participate in a Microsoft Teams meeting. So it has all the features including live captions, transcription, translation. So these are the features that are also available inherently in the Microsoft Teams. Some organizations may also require this feature called live events, which is available in select plans. This helps an organization to deliver content to thousands of users at one go, simultaneously, real time. You can host your conference, you can host company events for your customers and invite up to 10,000, not just 1,000, but up to 10,000 people can actually attend the live broadcast. So this, of course, is available only in select plans. Microsoft Teams. With it, you can do a 1:1 call and chat. You can co-author files and keep track of the conversation, keep track of the document that you are working, that documents important, confidential, crucial documents that the team is working upon, and also organize the team projects by channels. Let us understand the channel part or the organization part a little bit more here. So Microsoft Teams actually is a mirror of your organization hierarchy and structure. So you can have in your organization, you can have teams like a marketing department or a sales department, finance team, engineering team, IT team. So this is just an example how you can organize Microsoft Teams, reflecting your organization structure and hierarchy. In summary, Microsoft Teams provides you huge storage and online storage that is shared across the organization. It has the meeting room functions and capabilities. It allows for smart and seamless chat across the devices, across time zones, across locations, and it has the primary security solutions, the preliminary security solutions built into the solution itself. In summary, all in all, a comprehensive modern workplace solution that is suitable for organization of all sizes. So this is the third pillar. We are coming to OneDrive for Business. OneDrive for Business is akin to or similar to your hard disk in the cloud. Oftentimes, the device that you have may have limited storage capacity, and you need to extend the storage onto the cloud. So here it is. OneDrive for Business provides you a 1 terabyte storage. And the content and the files that you store there, that you have there, is again available and accessible from plethora of devices that you own and carry. So it's your personal and secure hard drive on the cloud. I'll just play a small video which describes the OneDrive for Business. So that's OneDrive for Business. Solutions like this enriches our work experience really. So we come to the fourth pillar of the Microsoft 365 solution, and that's Microsoft security. So it safeguard the Microsoft security features safeguard your business with built-in security that we all can trust. So let us discuss a few scenarios here. You often access work on your mobile device. So while mobility is a welcome thing, it also has its own set of challenges. We need to make sure that we have full control over the devices. We secure them, we defend them against threats, and also protect the business data that is present on the mobile device. So no need to panic. Microsoft 365 solutions help us achieve these objectives. This is another scenario. You get a suspicious mail and you're not sure whether to click on it or not. So no need to fret, no need to sweat. Microsoft 365 has the features and capabilities to defend against threats. Even before the mail arrives to you, there is something called Exchange Online Protection, which is built in. It filters and checks the mail for the malware payload. It also checks for any kind of suspicious payload that the email can carry as way of attachment or the script. It will try to sandbox, it will try to isolate it in the sandbox environment and detonate it there itself. It will neutralize it there itself even before it arrives into your mailbox. And the other features that help to keep your email safe is the multi-factor authentication. Let's discuss one more scenario. So imagine if you mailed sensitive information and then you realize that you have sent it to the wrong person. So no problem. There are plans in Microsoft 365 which has the feature to encrypt sensitive mail, to block sharing of sensitive information like credit card or social security numbers. So it is email DLP that helps us achieve this. You have access to unlimited cloud archiving. So when you feel that you are running out of space, no need to worry, no problem at all. Even the basic Microsoft 365 Exchange Online solution has inbuilt archiving. And then there are special plans which also allows you unlimited auto expanding cloud archive. And there could be scenarios where there is a copyright material, patent information that should not be leaked at all. So you can prevent that. You can prevent the individual from copying and saving business information on the sly by having the information rights management kind of solution. So this is again a solution that is available in Microsoft 365, say business premium plan. Yet another scenario. Have you ever had that sinking feeling when you realize that you left your phone somewhere and just forgot it there? You can take a deep breath. No need to worry again. So of course you have lost your device, but also more importantly, the content or the crucial information lying inside. So your admin can remotely wipe information from the lost or stolen devices. You can apply security policies to protect data on all kind of devices, not just Windows, but also the iOS and the Android phones. And you can, on the mobile device, you can even segregate the business data and personal data separately. So even that is possible. Just in case you need to remotely wipe just the business data. Even that's possible. So some of the plans in Microsoft 365 has advanced security features. Let us understand that through this brief video. So that's Microsoft 365 Business and Microsoft 365 Security for you. While we know Microsoft as a provider for Windows operating system and MS Office, you'll be surprised to know that Microsoft is one of the biggest security conscious and also carry comprehensive security solution in the world. It is one of the biggest security solution provider in the world. A lot of independent surveys and a lot of independent studies have actually come out with these details. So in summary, Microsoft 365 delivers best-in-class productivity solution to you. It helps in phenomenal increase in productivity, 24/7 data access, any device, anywhere, anytime. And it allows your team to work in coordination as a one cohesive team in achieving the business goals. So this is one such solution which can transform your organization overnight. And this is the very experience of many customers whom we have helped to adopt and adapt in the past 2-3 years predominantly. So let us understand the business plans. So here on the screen, you can see the Microsoft 365 Business Basic. This is the very basic plan that you can start with. Then you also have the standard and the premium. So Exchange, Microsoft Teams, OneDrive for Business, the three pillars, and also the security features, which are again present across the plans, but business premium has the advanced capability, advanced security features inbuilt. So the features like DLP and conditional access and Defender for Office 365, Defender for Business. So these are the solutions that are additionally present in the premium plan. The basic ingredients like Exchange, Teams, OneDrive is present across the plans. And the good thing is that you can have a mix of these plans for your workplace. So for instance, you can have, if your team size is say 50, you can have up to 40 who use Business Basic and Standard, and there could be another 10 users who need to leverage the security, who need to be secured from any kind of threat actors out there. So for them, you can opt for Business Premium. So this is just an example. You can go by any number combination. So this is just an indicator of the plans and also the price. So you start with Business Basic, that comes to you at as low as 125 per user per month or 1,500 per year and onwards. So the call to action to you, whilst we were trying to understand the security and the productivity features of Microsoft 365, this is the call to action for all of us. We can adopt Microsoft 365 Business, deploy the teams, enable the OneDrive for personal storage, and also set it up in such a way that it is best secured. So all the solutions have the capability to turn your workplace into a modern era organization. So this is a question that might be arising in your mind. So cost, while we have just seen a slide with the plan wise cost. So that's just about it. The other question would be about how long does it take to deploy such a solution and how do you go about it? So we can help you on all these fronts. We can work out the cost based on your requirement. We can help you understand the solution mix that you would need for your organization, for your workplace, for your teams. Suggest you cost-effective solution. How long does it take? In one of the slides, again, we saw that tagline which said that you can transform your business overnight. So yes, there are certain things we can actually do within an evening. You can transition your from whatever solution that you have. You can transition and migrate from the present legacy solution to a modern workplace solution overnight. Of course, there is also the data that needs to be migrated and synced. That takes its own time. That can be planned. That can be deliberated upon. We can help you also suggest how long does it take to migrate the whole data. But as far as the platform itself is concerned, we can transition in minimum time with proper planning. And to achieve all this, you can take help and hand-holding from Express. You can trust us in the deployment respects. So you pay only for the plans that you purchase. You pay only for the plan that you plan to use. So that's pay as you go. There is no upfront capital cost. Like in yesteryears, you needed to have a server, hardware, and operating system on top of it, the email solution running on top of it, and managing it 24/7 was an uphill task. So here there is no upfront capital cost involved. All capex expenditures are converted into operational expenditures. The lead time to change is minimal. So whatever solution that you are using currently at present, you can change over to the modern workplace with proper planning in minimum time. The solution, Microsoft 365 solution, has best-in-class security built in, and the help and support not just from Microsoft, but also as a solution provider, as a cloud solution provider, Express can play a leading role in helping you in your organization objectives. Express is a cloud solution provider for the modern business. There's lot of value adds that we can offer to you. So when we talked about all the solution ingredients, Microsoft Teams also in particular, with the solution, you may feel a little lost about how to go and deploy at your place. So you can Express can play a role. The Express has the experts who can help you who can set up the initial demonstration and initial POC wherever required. We can also construct your teams and channels, plan and set up your teams and channels, demonstrate how the solution can be configured. It is a very fluid solution. You can mold it the way you want. You can brainstorm with your team and demonstrate how you can deploy this in your contextual setup, how you can integrate in with your at your place with your teams. And of course, to access the solution, you require the device setup. So we can also handhold in that respect as well. Similarly, OneDrive is again a great solution. So some of the team leaders and the team members may require a personal storage space. So OneDrive can solve that requirement for you. And we can actually help you in adopting this solution. Exchange migration is the main solution, is one of the main solution that a subscriber looks into acquiring by having Microsoft 365. And this is one of the main solutions that also requires the most migration effort, but we can actually smoothen the entire process for you. Our team can help you migrate from the legacy solution to the modern workplace. So it requires not just email data migration. We can also help you migrate your contacts and calendars. And we can also help you set up your devices to access the mails safely and securely. So you can trust and partner with Express for a smooth experience. We are a Microsoft certified partner with a trained and expert team. We have been recognized by a lot of customers. We have been trusted by a lot of customers. Microsoft Cloud Solutions partner with the core expertise and with competitive rates. You can truly trust Express for a great experience. So in summary, Microsoft 365 Business empowers all employees at your office, at your organization, through the slew of solutions and ingredients that are there. So I will just share my screen, stop this presentation for a while and share how actually we use Microsoft 365 at our office, at our place. I will start with the Microsoft Teams. Can somebody let me know if you can see the screen? So this is the Teams interface. So most of the collaboration and communication features you can find all out there under one Microsoft Teams UI. What you can see on the screen is the many chats that I have had with many over different meetings with many people. So the entire chat history is present here. This is Microsoft Teams. So here is where you can actually see the file and folder structure. This is something not we had. This is not something which we had fabricated. This is the real team that we use at our workplace. So we have formed a core team. Under the core team, we have the different channels like general and sales, and then we have the support team. As I am not part of the support team, maybe I will not. If I do not have this access to the support team, I will not be able to open this up. For example, if I try to go to files here, looks like I have access, so it is allowing me to open here. Let me show the Express core team. So here we have the general channel, and when I go to the files over here, this is the entire library, the entire information data repository that we have at Express. If you can see that there is a folder, it's organized into folders and files. The whole lot of content of over the years. So I have data for myself. I can say I have data which are dated as back as say 14, 15 years. So all the data available to me at my fingertips. So this is the Microsoft Teams interface, and I'm accessing the files through that. Then there is this calendar. So all the activities that I have planned out last month, this day today, next week, next month, everything you can see, you will find out here. You will find here. So including this meeting, today's meeting is also actually something that I had prepared the invite and sent through my Outlook. But the same invite gets also populated over here. I can access either from the Outlook or from the calendar here in the Microsoft Teams and just trigger the meeting, join the meeting. These are some of the one-to-one calls or one-to-many calls, conference calls that we had over weeks and months. And again, all the files and the file activities that I had done, I can all find it all over here. So going back to the Teams here, I can trigger a meet just right away from here. And there are a lot of third-party applications that can also be integrated over here. For example, the whiteboard, the Express expense voucher. So these are the some of the customization we had done for ourselves, so that we don't have to scramble for the file that we need. It's all available to me in front of us. You can also have an approvals process here. So something that we were just trying out recently. So a workflow process that can be done. And then also a by lot I mean hundreds and thousands of third-party applications that can be integrated with the teams. So you can go as per the category, you can go as per the industry. Say if I go for productivity, these are the solutions that are available out there, which can be integrated with teams. So all the business applications, when it is integrated with teams, then the team's user interface becomes one point to find all your files and folders and communication, and also the business apps. So as you can see here, there is OneNote. Then there are third-party non-Microsoft solutions like Trello, Poly, Sugar CRM, project management, Asana, Zoom integration. So lot many things can be done. So the Microsoft 365 and Microsoft Teams becomes the substrata on which you can build your digital estate. So this is one way of accessing your files and folders and also communication. I will just close this screen for the time being. What if your team also need to work on files and folders offline? Is there another way to access your files? Yes, there is. As you see here, I'm showing my OneDrive folder content. So OneDrive is nothing but my private storage space. So all the information that is not actually directly related to the other teams in my organization, which I need to keep it to myself, all that will show up over here. Similarly, Microsoft Teams that we just saw under the user interface, the same folders and files I can show here. Can you see? The very same folders and files is also visible over here. So even if there is no internet, if there is no internet connection sometime, I can work offline on these files, update, work, create, delete, and as soon as I am connected back to the internet, it will sync up. So they will be perfectly in sync once again as soon as the internet is up. And from here, I can decide to share folders or files. For example, so there is this folder called Azure Learn. Sharing is very simple. Just right click and share. So you can type in the name of the user who needs access to it. So it could be within my organization and also can be outside my organization as well. Sometimes we need to do some backend configuration to enable the outsider access. But yes, that's very much possible. There are other things that that may be required that needs to be done. You can say whether if it is allowed for editing or allowed for download or not. So that security feature is available. The very same features I can also see here. So it could be a folder or even a file. For example, let me just try this out. When I'm trying to share a file with somebody, I just need to populate it with the name, group, or email ID, or just copy the link and send it in through any other medium, say be it WhatsApp, or any other chat medium, or email, or even email. You can also set a password to your sharing and also set an expiration date to the sharing. For example, if I am sharing something with my colleague, say Shekhar, I can set an expiry date for the Deepavali Mahotsav poster. I can set an expiry date that this is accessible to him only till 1st of June. After that, it vanishes from the shared listing. I can also say block download. So the user can only see it from the location, from the storage location, and they will not be able to download the file to their device. So that's possible too. So these are some of the features that I wanted to share with you, the Microsoft Teams and Microsoft OneDrive for Business. So this is the Outlook interface, my Outlook client. I have primary mailbox, and I also have the folders created and the rules created. What I wanted to actually show over here is the Microsoft Online Archive. It's an online archive which is accessible to me even on my Outlook client. So even in a Microsoft 365 Business Basic plan, I have 50 GB of mailbox, primary mailbox, and 50 GB of archive space available. Let me see if this opens up now. The rule that I have set for my mailbox is any mails prior to 5 years and before should automatically move to the archive tier. If you can see the top of the mail stack, I have a mail dated 25th of May 2017. So this is a 5-year plus old mail that's available to me on Outlook client. Although it is an online archive, actually it's not taking space in my hard drive. It's an online archive. As soon as I click over this, it fetches it from the cloud. So this way I managed to keep my primary mailbox relatively available and empty for primary work purposes. So I am done with the presentation part. In case you have any questions on any aspect on any point that we covered in the afternoon today, you can unmute and you can ask me. Or you can post your conversations on the chat. You can post your questions on the chat. All right, it seems there's no question right now. So in case you have any questions, you can, even after the meeting closes, you can still post your query on the chat. And one of us will make sure that we respond to you. So thank you very much for attending this webinar. Thanks very much.